of They Said, We Said. We're doing our 2-show review on This Is Us. This is for the pilot and the episode called Kyle that we're going to be reviewing. My name's John. This is my lovely, beautiful wife,
Stephanie.
Hello. So thank you for joining us. So we're going to go over what we liked about the episode and what we didn't like about the episode, both episodes, and then just kind of our overall thoughts.
I first heard about this show online, and I told John that we should watch it, and he didn't want to because it looked too girly and not his thing, and I knew that he would love it. So
I don't know about girly. It's just
I can't say girly?
No, you can. You can
Well,
say
it's
whatever
about
you want.
babies and stuff. I mean,
Right. I've just been.
You hate babies.
Ooh. I've been burned a couple times by some shows that you've picked.
Like?
Teenager show.
What?
Secret Life.
Oh, Secret Life
Yeah.
of American Teenager.
I mean, you find some gems sometimes. But
that was a really long time ago, though, in my defense.
But
That was
sometimes we
like
find
5
some
years
real
ago.
stinkers. So anyways, so just things about this pilot that we liked. So just a quick synopsis. It starts off with a birthday. You have Milo Ventimiglia, the guy from Heroes. He plays Jack Pearson. It's his 36th birthday with his wife, Mandy Moore.
She's cute.
And what's going on?
She's pregnant,
Mhm.
and they're going to do it, and she does like a little birthday traditional dance that she does for him every year.
Yep.
And then goes into labor.
Right. So then, they go to the hospital. Then it kind of jumps around, and we're introduced to Sterling K. Brown's character, Randall, which you've seen a little bit
like him.
of him before.
He was on Army Wives.
Yeah. So that
a good
was
guy.
another one I didn't really watch that much, but you seem to like him on that show.
I did. He was a good guy on that show.
Yep. Then it jumps around a little bit. Then we're introduced to Kevin Pearson, who's played by Justin Hartley. Looks like he's some kind of model actor or something.
The Manny.
The Manny. So you get a little bit of insight into him. He seems a little upset. And then his sister.
Kate. I know it's Kate.
Kate Pearson, played by Chrissy Metz. Looks like she's having a rough time or something, so she calls her twin brother Kevin over.
Yeah, but you don't know that yet. You don't know that they're all related.
Right.
At first, you thought that they were all just different people around the world.
Sharing a birthday, right?
Yeah.
Because it shows first Jack Pearson's character celebrating his, and they're all turning
36.
36.
And so is the dad.
Right.
The opening scene.
So that's some kind of significance to that. Maybe we don't know that yet. Why it's significant for the 36?
No.
Yeah. So it's
Well, that's when they were born.
Right.
When the parents were 36.
Okay,
So that's
okay.
the significance.
So we have Jack, Randall, Kate, and Kevin all kind of jumping around in their different point of views on their 36th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
What else? So
She's in labor.
She's in labor.
And she realizes that she has to get a new doctor, and she freaks out. And
Right.
it's very scary.
Enter, I think, your favorite character in this pilot episode, and that is Dr. Katowski, played by Gerald McRaney, which I don't remember him in anything else, but you said...
He's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah?
I don't know what.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He's like the
Father figure and...
Right. Epitome of someone that you want in that kind of a crisis.
Yeah.
We're doing heavy spoilers in each of these, so spoiler alert, then there's a big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us about that?
That they're children. And that was them 36 years ago.
Right.
At that time, but in a different time.
So it's a lot of flash forward, flash back, which you're not aware of until kind of the reveal.
Like the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to notice their clothing is different, and that people are allowed to smoke in the hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
And the big thing is, the bad part that happens to, Mandy Moore's character and
Yeah.
Milo's character is
They lose their baby.
they lose because
One
she's
of their
pregnant with
boys.
triplets. If we didn't, specify that before. So yeah, they lose a boy. Right. So what happens with let's talk a little bit more about the adopted baby. How
He
do they
had parents that
Mhm.
just couldn't do it, and the mother passed away, and the dad was a druggie, and So he thought the best thing to do was to drop the baby off at a fire station, a safe place, which we still have. And it just so happened that Jack Pearson was in the hospital looking at his twins, kind of mourning the loss of his third. And he looked over and he sees his baby and he sees his fireman smoking, and they start talking, and then he just kind of takes the doctor's quote of the sour lemons and made it into something amazing.
Right,
and then it panned out, and then you realize the era that they were really in.
I think that scene between Jack Pearson, the character of Jack Pearson, and Dr. Katowski was probably the most impactful scene. That's really when it starts, the big reveals.
Even though you're married, and even though you're an adult, and even though you're going through these changes and you're becoming a parent, you still need advice like that every once in a while. You're supposed to have it all figured out, but then when that man came in and just gave him that advice that he needed, it was like, I can do this.
Right.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Yep. And then we get to meet some ancillary characters like Katie Segal. So Kevin Hartley, he's an actor on a sitcom called The Manny, which is kind of a degrading kind of fan service for women show. He's like half naked in it like the whole time.
Wasn't a bad show.
Yeah, there you go. And so then he like he gets tired of it. He wants to become something more. He makes like a big scene while he's acting with Robin Thicke, which was pretty funny. And
his father.
And he basically quits. So then we get to see Katie Segal. She's Kevin's agent. She doesn't seem to be a very nice person.
No, she just doesn't seem happy with him.
Right.
She probably was nice to him when he was doing what he was supposed to do.
Right. Yeah. So she basically tells him that that the studio owns him.
He's under contract.
Yeah. He's gonna lose a ton of money and all that stuff. So they invite him to this party and to basically beg for his job back. So that's kind of where Kevin's at in the first one. So
and he brings Kate. And while that's going on, Kate's in her meetings, weight loss meetings.
Right.
And she meets Toby.
So Toby, played by Chris Sullivan, he's probably one of my favorite characters on the show. He's kind of comic relief.
Yeah, and he's really romantic, and I appreciate it.
I know you do. So then we'll talk a little bit about Randall, and Randall is the adopted son of the Pearsons, or his biological
his real
father.
No, he got the email right before they came in and saying happy birthday to him.
Right.
So he was opening that good news email.
You're right.
That said, and it was showed him pictures of his father.
So
who
then,
he had been searching for.
So then he knocks on his father's door, his alleged biological father's door, who turns out to be Ron Cephas Jones.
And I really like him too.
This, yes, his name's William Hill. William Hill's his character's name. Bobby Fish from Luke Cage. Holler. Yes.
What are we talking about?
It's Bobby Fish.
What's happening?
So you got to watch Luke Cage, and you'll get it. So William Hill is Randall's biological father. I'm just probably going to call him Bobby Fish this entire thing. So when I say that, you'll know what I'm talking about.
That sounds like he smells.
But he's so good.
I bet he might, though.
He does, yeah.
Like if it was like a real life setting, he might a little bit.
He's more put together in Luke Cage, which you got to watch him in that because he's awesome. But he kind of plays the same character too. It's kind of weird. Anyways,
can we talk about Mandy Moore? We didn't talk about Mandy Moore at all.
Yeah, what do you want to say about her?
I think she did really. I don't know. She did really good in the hospital scenes. That's for sure. And like especially in episode 2, where she was kind of like going through like a little depression and mourning of the baby, and then she found the father, and that was kind of
right.
I think she did really good, but maybe more. I feel like Mandy Moore needs to be more.
Got there.
I like puns.
There you go. Okay.
And everything was revealed. You and I like turned it off and just kind of sat there in silence to take it all in.
It's a good point.
Before we could even talk about it.
Pilot completely caught me off guard. It was like I said, the first half was kind of
What is that
like,
movie that kind of does that? I just told you what it was called. Is it What to Expect When You're Expecting? With Cameron Diaz.
Maybe.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it was very paint by numbers to me at first, and I'm like, okay, this is a well-made show and whatever, but I'm not like super invested until the big reveal and the twist happens, and you find out that they are all one family and they're all connected. And that was it was almost got teary-eyed in a couple of points. It had the heartstrings. It kind of
I did, especially when she lost the baby.
Yeah. So it was great. Why don't we score the first episode?
1 through what?
1 to 5. You could have decimals too.
A 5.8.
Nope. 5 being the most.
Well, it's off the charts. It's off the charts.
So perfect 5. You want to say?
Well, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I want it off the charts.
Off the charts.
Mandy Moore, you are bomb.
I'm gonna give the pilot a 4.8. I thought it was extremely good. Yeah.
You almost cried, and you're gonna give it a 4.8.
It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen, but I thought it was good. I thought it was great.
What is the best thing you've ever seen?
Your face in the morning. We're gonna quickly go over episode 2. It's just a little bit more character development.
Episode 2 is showing. What's his name? Kevin. His repercussions of freaking out on stage, and now what he has to do, and dealing with that.
And it just kind of fleshes out Toby and Kate's relationship a little bit more.
And they're really trying to lose weight together.
Right.
Which is cool. And she's getting frustrated because he's losing weight fast and she's not.
Which I heard that's a
typical thing.
I heard that is a thing, that men lose weight faster than women.
Well, I think it's rude. Well, because that's not fair.
It's definitely not what's going on in this relationship.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then Randall, it just kind of this is where we kind of delve more into Beth's character, who's played by Susan Kelchi Watson.
Yeah, and I like her too.
That's Randall's wife and his kids, and it's just Randall and his wife dealing with the biological father, staying with them.
And he's such a good guy.
He is, but
she got a good one.
He kind of deserves. Randall's a good guy. Yeah. And she kind of, I think at the end of the episode... They do,
like, everything by the book, and they have, like, this big, beautiful house and these beautiful girls, and then they have, like, this situation that's kind of stirring the pot. And they do definitely show some kind of tension between Randall and Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
But we still don't know. After episode 4, we still don't know why.
Right. Yeah, their relationship's definitely more tumultuous, where Kate and Kevin's relationship is definitely
tight.
Yeah, it's like
way
almost too tight. It's like they can't even function without each other. Grow up.
Not too tight. Nobody's ever said that.
So it's
Maybe.
So it's Randall and his wife kind of dealing with this new person.
And she's so patient. I don't know if I would be that patient.
She kind of calls him out at the end.
Yeah, she calls him out privately.
Right.
Which is cool.
And she tells him that Randall's vice is really his perfection. Like, he just strives to be the best, probably overcompensating for his biological father being too damn adorable. His vice, I think it's overcompensating for his biological father, being a druggie, being an addict, and then his adopted father being an alcoholic.
He didn't know that.
What?
How would he have known that the biological father was a druggie? He didn't know that, I feel, until, like, now, or no? Is that wrong?
I don't know.
Was it episode 1 where Mandy Moore was walking out with the babies and she looked up and she saw him and you were just like...
I think it was episode 2.
Episode 2? Okay, well, we can talk about that.
Yeah, because in episode 2 there's a little bit more of Jack Pearson's character goes back to the hospital and he's like kind of complaining.
That was in episode 2.
That was episode 3?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll cut this out then.
I don't really
see
remember.
this in the next one. Okay, so final thoughts on the first 2 episodes of This Is Us. Oh, first let's rate episode 2, season 1.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
Let's do it at the same time.
Ooh.
And then we'll talk about why, because I have strong feelings about this.
Okay, so in 3, 2, 1.
Wait! What are we doing?
Rating it out of 5.
Okay. Let me get my number. Okay.
So episode 2, we're going to rate it in 3, 2, 1,
4.
3.5.
Yes, 4.
Okay. So I feel like it was definitely a drop off from the pilot.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the kind of mascara worn off because just
mascara.
It was a hard thing to follow up with because that reveal was so huge.
Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't bad.
Same. It was a really good episode and it told more, but I wanted more because the pilot was so huge.
Yeah.
And I like huge.
So, okay, so that's our final reviews on This Is Up. Thank you for joining us.
No, This Is Us, not This Is Up.
Did I say This Is Up?
Yeah.
So,
because you just told me to grow up, remember?
Why did I say this is our final review?
On episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So any final thoughts on...
Comment if you guys want us to talk about something else. If you have a question, you thought maybe we... I mean, I don't know. Just, do you have something to say? Talk to us, because we want to hear it. Okay?
Okay.
3 and 4 coming soon.
Yeah, episodes...
Thanks for watching.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. This is us. Welcome to They Said, We Said. This is... Ooh,